What's up, guys? This is Chris from Honest Outlaw here, and today we've got something green for you. We have the Springfield Waypoint. The Springfield Waypoint is a bolt-action rifle that I've been interested in for some time, which is really saying something, considering it comes from Springfield, a company that notoriously I've had some issues with. That being said, they make some pretty badass stuff too, even though they make some pretty crap stuff. But like every other manufacturer, you're gonna have your good stuff and your bad stuff. And for all intents and purposes, everything I've heard about this gun has been absolutely fantastic. This is a bolt-action rifle chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, as you see here in front of you. However, they come in different calibers as well, but you'll never be able to find them. No, just kidding. But seriously, this comes in 308, 6.5, and 6mm Creedmoor, and I searched for the 6mm Creedmoor version forever. I mean, every night, trying to find it everywhere I could, didn't matter, not available. But luckily, one of these in 6.5 showed up at my local shop there in Cedar Falls, Iowa, Shields. Again, thanks to my buddy Blake for holding it for me. And that's how you get to see this. And what makes it so special? A couple of things. Let's start at the front, move down to the rear. So we have a 22-inch carbon fiber barrel here that is obviously not touching the stock or anything like that. You can actually rub a piece of paper through and see it's free floated, so that's very nice. At the front here, I did add a muzzle brake. That's a Lantac muzzle brake. We'll get into why that is later. We have an M-LOK bipod down here from Magpul, which I like a lot. It has M-LOK slots in the bottom there, which make it really easy to QD on and off equipment such as bipod. If you're using a precision rifle like this, you may or may not be, because this is kind of halfway between a precision rifle and a hunting rifle, which we'll get into here in a second. It has this awesome looking carbon fiber Cerakoted stock to it, the McMillan style, with an adjustable cheek piece. However, it doesn't have adjustable length of pull, but that's not the biggest deal. I prefer a cheek piece over length of pull if I can take one, because you can always throw a fucking limb saver pad or something after that. The no pistol grip on the gun, I actually prefer this just because of the way it looks and the way it feels. This style of traditional McMillan-esque stock is what I learned to shoot on, so this is actually what I prefer. I'm an old man apparently. But the camo pattern on the Cerakote, on the carbon fiber stock, then the carbon fiber wrap barrel is what initially drew me to the gun. And then on top of that, we've got some cool green Cerakote up here. It looks like a Marine's art project or something. I'm not really sure what it looks like. It looks like an abstract painting that somebody would do while they're also shooting elk. The barrel itself is a high quality barrel. We've got a Riton 3x24x56 up on here that we're also going to be testing for the review. And then obviously it takes Magpul pattern magazine, so you can use your 7.62 mags and you can load 6.5 Creedmoor up in there, no problem. It is a dual lug bolt, and the bolt travel is extremely smooth and easy, as you would expect from a rifle that commands a premium price. We got the manual safety right here, and then the trigger is adjustable, but out of the box I haven't adjusted it, and it is a lot heavier than my MDT rifle, but my MDT rifle is like the tippy top of performance, whereas this is kind of mid-grade. The philosophy of use behind this is a precision rifle that can reach 1,000 yards that can also double as a hunting gun, which is a really interesting purpose for me, because the problem I have with a lot of bench resting performance or precision rifles is that when are you going to use that in real life? Aside from like an Overwatch type situation or just shooting at the range, for the most part in real life you're gonna have to carry the thing. And when I use precision rifles, it's for hunting generally. So I wanted one that could go the distance. This is guaranteed at 0.75 at 100 yards, so 3/4 of an inch at 100 yards. Now that's pretty impressive, especially considering a weight of around 7 pounds or so naked, which is really lightweight for your average precision rifle with a 22-inch barrel and a full rifle caliber like the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now you gotta understand, 6.5 Creedmoor theoretically can be pushed out to a mile at this barrel length. So you're talking about a gun capable of sub-MOA groups that can reach a distance of 1,000 yards plus, that only weighs 7 pounds. And it comes with the fluted bolt, which looks really cool. It comes with the top Picatinny rail there with some MOA built in, I believe. And the whole package itself is actually a pretty good deal for around $2,000. Now, some people are going to say that's a lot, but those people probably haven't got into the precision rifle game much, because believe me, it's the most expensive game to get into in town. I mean, you think handguns are expensive, you think shotguns or ARs can get expensive, precision rifles can get way out of control, especially with optics. I mean, you can go to like a PRS match and see a setup that's $15,000, $20,000. And this is obviously not that, but the idea behind this was to be able to compete with something like that, with the provided skill level, while also simultaneously having a gun light enough to where you could pack it up a hill, pack it down a few hills, and shoot some elk or shoot some mule deer or something like that. So that being said, the features I like the most about this is going to be the carbon fiber wrap barrel. The caliber in of itself I like. I like the M-LOK system that it's got up underneath. I like the stock / chassis system. I'm not actually sure if it's a chassis or not. And I really like the bolt, and I like the overall look of the gun. But let's see how it shoots, because the trigger, which is a Trigger Tech, is a 2.5 to 5 pound adjustable. That's actually pretty heavy for me. I like to have it around 2 pounds for my precision rifle, so we'll see if we can make it work. Before we go, big thanks to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. I thank you guys in every video because you help support me. I purchased this gun with the Patreon dollars. I also purchased the ammunition we're going to be shooting today with the Patreon money. So if you want to support the videos, that's the best way to do it. Also, there's a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa, the YSS. It's a youth shelter, and especially this time of year, those kids could really use your help. Well, that is not going to be a hard shot.
I did not load the mag.
Well, it only holds 5 rounds. Shouldn't take you very long. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
This is the time of the day I'm having a little hard time seeing the black target. I got the scope illuminated, but it looks, the whole thing, because it's like twilight hour, looks a little funky, so the groups might not be as good. But when I get the scope even remotely zeroed, we have a target out there at about 450 yards that I'll be banging steel on here in a second, so you'll be able to hear that just fine. That target should be easy to hit from here. 420, I think it's like 425, 450, something like that.
You can see the little white dot out in the field.
Once we get it zeroed, that's gonna be a chip shot for this thing.
I like watching you slide that bolt.
I actually don't have anything clever to say back right now. I'm in deep thought. Alright, so it looks like we gotta come up a little bit. Well, if I knew how to work this fucking thing, it might be a lot easier.
Looks like you're managing. Are those new gloves you have?
They are, yeah.
Those are new pig gloves,
yeah,
everybody.
They're insulated so my Jack Skellington fingers don't freeze off.
I should have put on gloves.
I'm never gonna be able to get good groups like this. I'm gonna have to lay the fuck down.
Fling that scope cap, baby.
That scope cap can fuck off.
You and scope caps don't get along.
Somebody ever made a scope cap that worked, maybe I would. I already broke the front one, so what does it matter?
It doesn't.
We're on.
Woohoo!
Oh, we gotta go up. Fucking out already. God damn it.
5 rounds goes real fast. I hit it.
You did hit it, yep.
It did blow off the scope cap at me though.
It did, yep. So now you'd have to rack the bolt before you can shoot again.
Okay, what a dumb system. I'm not a bolt rifle gal. That was a miss.
You were low left. I saw the bullet hit it. Push it all the way forward. If not, pull it out and ram it in yet.
Got it?
Yeah, it's not feeding very well.
I think I hit it.
That was a hit, yeah.
I think I hit it. Thought I heard it.
Don't shoot. Okay. Go nuts.
I think this is my last round.
Yeah, you got it that time for sure. Okay, so yeah, so
I think 4 out of 5.
So we want our shooting hand on the gun, right here. Thumb forward like this, finger off the trigger. Support hand down here like this. You can even make a fist like that if you want.
My fist isn't right.
Just hold it up, whatever's easier. It's not that far. With that.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it's been recording. Well, you hit it.
Did I? Cool. Go me.
Rack the bolt.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's not semi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ancient technology.
stupid technology. That's okay. I'm sure lots of people like bolt rifles. Like you.
Got it again.
Did I?
Rack the bolt.
Oh yeah. Golly.
It's okay. You're getting better at racking the bolt though.
Everybody's gonna be like, you are some dumb little
Well,
chick.
you don't really shoot these things very much, and you are hitting at 450 yards right now, every shot. So I don't think anybody's gonna be getting. That was a hit again.
Pretty cool.
It's kind of funny because you can almost hear it go in. It's like,
Yeah.
bing. There you go.
That was the last one, yeah?
Yep. Check and make sure.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to shoot your first 6.5 Creedmoor?
Delightful.
All right, so after a series of issues that we've had out here, that some are able to catch on camera, some not. However, we got a little box and a half of ammunition through this, a little bit of mixed 140 grain, a little bit of mixed 120 grain just to see what it likes. I have a lot of 120 grain and a very little bit of 140, but everything generally likes 140. I didn't get 3/4 inch groups out of this. Maybe that's because I suck. I'm not really sure. I was shooting a little over an inch with every ammunition that we shot, and I was shooting Hornady LED 140 grain match, and then Hornady 120 grain VMAX were the two ammunitions we were shooting. Hornady created the 6.5 Creedmoor, I believe, so their ammunition should be pretty accurate. I think the LED match is like the holy grail of 6.5, and that's why we don't have very much of it, because it's like $54 a box. I know, I bought one yesterday for this. But anyway, so we were getting like a little over an inch groups at 100 yards, which is respectable, but not $2,000 respectable. I mean, I can do that with a Ruger Predator rifle that's running about 500. The shots at distance were easy. I expected that. We have a 24 power scope with a 22 inch barrel and a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's good to go there. Things I liked and didn't like about the gun. The problem is every time you have a do-it-all gun, it does everything okay and not everything awesome, right? So when you're shooting bench rest precision like this, you're gonna get a lot more recoil than you would with something like my MDT setup. Or even the Bergara B14 or any of the other rifles that I've had in here in 6.5. There was a lot of recoil for this, wasn't it? I mean, by 6.5 standards, there was enough to where I was like, holy shit.
I feel like my coat absorbed a lot of it.
Yeah, because it's cold out.
You don't have like a big fluffy coat on like me, so maybe I didn't notice it as much, but yeah, it definitely had a lot of recoil.
And when I shoot prone, because I'm so bony,
it
sets right on my collarbone. If I don't set it on my collarbone, it kind of sets on the inside of my shoulder.
Yeah.
And you were shooting bench, so that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like the recoil and pulse of the rifle, particularly because all my other ones shoot way softer and they don't even have brakes on them. This one has a 3-chamber brake on it. So I don't know if it's the lightweight, I don't know if it's all the carbon fiber, maybe it gives it more rigidity so it doesn't dissipate recoil as much, but I noticed more recoil. I also noticed something I didn't think I was gonna notice, and that was a non-adjustable stock as far as length of pull, because once I got my big ass into the rifle in prone, I felt like I had very little room, and that's obviously a very common thing. A lot of times you'll see people shoot, they will extend their stock for prone, and that's because you just need a little bit more length of pull to feel comfortable, whereas this felt super short to me when I was in the prone. And when I tested it at the store and all that, of course, it was just right up here on the shoulder, bench rest shooting it, not a problem. However, once I did go prone, I was like, oh, I really wish I had an adjustable stock. And again, for the $2,000 price point, at least they could have put some spacers in with the box, which they didn't do. However, I do like a couple of things. I like how it looks, number one. It is very accurate, it is lightweight, I like that. So all the things that we're shooting here would not really be a requirement for something like an elk hunt, let's say, where you're only gonna shoot a couple of rounds and you're gonna be carrying the rifle most of the time. So this rifle is really for the philosophy of use of I think, me personally, if you want to buy this gun, you should buy it to carry it around a lot and shoot it a very little. Whereas, like, if you've seen my MDT rifle, my chassis rifle, that's a rifle you shoot a lot and carry very little, if that makes any sense at all. But I didn't like the recoil. I didn't like the adjustable length of pull. And overall, the feel of the rifle, the look of the rifle looks cool. However, there's so many rifles on the market at the $2,000 price point in this caliber. If this was gonna be my one bolt gun, this would not be it. Just because there's so many other options that are comparable in price that have more features than this gun does. They're not carbon fiber, they're not 7 pounds, but they do shoot and feel much better while you're using them than this gun does, simply because of the lack of ergonomic adjustments, and the overall weight is a double-edged sword.
At least a shot.
Right, but it's not that bad. It's not like it's not gonna blow your but it did actually blow the damn scope cover off,
right,
which is pretty funny.
Right off into my face.
That's what I love about scope covers too. I get all these comments about scope covers, but I had scope covers on this rifle. One I pulled off because my hat was in the way or the bolt was in the way, and the other one literally blew off with recoil. But anyway, it's cool. It's a cool rifle. It was minute of angle accurate, which is really what the military requires, what everybody requires. I wish it was a little better. The trigger was a little heavy, and overall the stock adjustment was a real problem for me. The only thing that I would change if I could, really, for this gun would be I would definitely have an adjustable length of pull. Other than that, it's a pretty cool gun. The price is a little expensive, especially coming from a company that doesn't traditionally make bolt guns. However, it's not bad. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.